The year is 2222. Floating city-states on Venus work towards self-reliance bolstered by supply drops from Earth. But a global catastrophe means these drops are coming to an end. The city governors will have to compete for the remaining drops while taking care of them and theirs. When will the final drop arrive, and who will be declared president of the Republic of Venus?
Hi, and welcome back to
Inspired the Game. I'm Sean.
And I'm Lola. If you enjoy what you see here, please support our channel by subscribing down below.
And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much, and go out and win one for the Gipper.
Forget about Mars. Today we are talking about the cities of Venus. In cities of Venus, we've colonized the atmosphere because the surface of the planet is too hostile to support life. However, there is a sweet spot in the atmosphere that is potentially possible to sustain life. There's actual science behind it. So before we share with you our review of this game upcoming to Kickstarter in May, we will give you a quick overview of how it's played. Cities of Venus is played in an indeterminate amount of rounds, each consisting of 6 steps. To begin with, you will grab your player board, which represents your city, and place the start amount of V-naughts into each of the various sectors of the board. To begin each round, step 1 is the drop. You'll place out 5 cards. These represent the canisters that are coming from Earth, which are potential resources that you can use this round. If there are any events that have shown up, as indicated by the yellow triangles on any of the cards, the next thing you do for step 2 is resolve an event. Now, if you are in phase 1 of the game, you will resolve a maximum of 1 event, no matter how many events have come up. In phase 2, you will resolve a maximum of 2 events, no matter how many have arisen, and in phase 3, you may resolve as much as 3 events. The events tend to be negative, such as losing V-naughts from your station, but occasionally they can actually be good, giving you an influx of some V-naughts as well. The next thing you do will be drop shields, step 3. This means in your shields area, you will have to lose 1 of your V-naughts because of the harshness of the Venusian atmosphere. After that, step 4 is population growth and deploy. Your population growth is determined by how many people are in either your food area or your air and water area. Whichever area is lower determines your population growth for that round. In the very first round, it is going to be 4 V-naughts. You get to deploy your V-naughts to wherever you want within your station, whether it's the science, more shields, if you want to upgrade your population by putting 1 each in food and air for the next round, as well as in this area, which is your mining. Another option to deploy your V-naughts is in the IIS, the International Innovation Station. You can only deploy a maximum of 2 at each time you're deploying in that area. And when you deploy 8 total V-naughts to the station, you can earn yourself an innovation for your board, as determined by these cards that are there. Step 5 is the city actions. This will include things such as mining. So if you have a V-naught in your mining, you can spend them, it's a harsh world on Venus, to roll the die and obtain that many V-night minerals. And in this case, we just rolled a 5. So we will take 1 black mineral, which represents 1 V-night, as well as 1 purple mineral, which represents 4 V-nights. The white ones represent 8. Another action you can do in the city phase is to spend 4 V-night minerals to recruit 1 extra V-naught. All of that was done simultaneously with all the players around the board. Once everybody has completed their city phase, we go into the cargo grab. In player order, you can choose 1 of the cards in the atmosphere by paying its cost. So each card will have a cost of a V-naught in various areas, as well as possibly minerals. This card here, for instance, requires you to lose 2 V-naughts from your food and 1 from your air and water, as well as 1 V-night mineral. If the card you are choosing has a shuttle in the lower left corner, this means it's a card that will go beside your station and provides an influx of immigrants. In this case, we are going to get 6 new V-naughts that we can put anywhere within our board. Other cards that can be acquired are upgrades to your city. So if you pay the required costs, in this case here, it would be 1 V-Naught from this area, 1 V-Naught from there, and 3 minerals. Then you can upgrade it in the area as shown in the top left corner. It slides straight into your board, like so, and can offer you various benefits from additional victory points for the end of the game. It can expand the capacity of that area with V-Naughts. For, in this case, this expanded it to 7 V-Naughts where it was previously 6, and sometimes it can give you some other benefits. These cards can be exchanged into the future if you want to, if you say get a better upgrade for that area, but you would in that case lose the victory points that you otherwise would have had. At this point, whatever wasn't purchased from the drop goes into the discard pile at the surface of Venus, where it is disintegrated by the harsh environment there. Rounds continue like this through level 1 and into then level 2 of the cards, and then level 3 until the Earth card comes up, which signals the last drop. Everyone plays out that last round, after which they will add up all their points, which will be a combination of victory points from upgrades that they have accrued throughout the game, as well as how many V-Naughts that they have in their station, how many minerals that they have acquired, and any extra victory points that they have acquired from population growth cards beside their station. Whoever has accrued the most victory points at the end of the game will be declared the President of the Republic of Venus. So as you can see from that overview, the theme is really strong in this game. One of my favorite things is the neoprene mat. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love how, as you do the cloud drops, it looks so thematic. So it actually looks like it's coming from Earth, it's falling down into the atmosphere, and as you take them, those that aren't taken and fall down to the planet's surface and are lost because the environment is so hostile there, nothing can be recovered.
Yeah. As well, the resource containers are also tied into the theme. The V-Naughts come to you in a rocket ship shaped container, as well the V-Night, the minerals that you're mining from the surface of the planet are stored in little crater shaped bowls.
Yeah, and the V-Naughts, the V-Naughts, the V-Naughts, the little astronaut meeples are really cute as well, and a nice addition to the game. So all the components are really add to the theme of the game. The artwork on the cards is very nice as well. And then you get the player boards. They're each a little city, so it's kind of fun. So each little area that holds your little V-Naughts, it's so much fun when you put in the cards to upgrade your city, because it has that feeling of you are upgrading it. You're upgrading its potential, whether you're increasing how many V-Naughts each area can store, or giving it a little bit of an extra, like there's several cards that will increase your mining abilities and such like that. Do keep in mind that this is a prototype copy, so there can be changes with the Kickstarter and the final production quality. But what we've seen is actually really solid. The quad layer player boards work really well. The thing I like about them as well, so it is fun to slide in the various cards, and you have the little window there to show if you've got a new bonus in that area, but it also lets your V-Naughts sit on top without disturbing them or anything. So, and that's a really nice feature too. It makes it really easy to use them, and it's quite innovative. I haven't seen anything quite like that.
So one of the things we don't have in the prototype, but which will be included in the Kickstarter, are the mechs that are for mining. They will hold the die and the V-Naught that you're using for mining during that turn to be emptied afterwards, because it's really a harsh task to mine on Venus, and whoever you send down there is not coming back.
Yeah, that actually reminded me, when we're talking about the thematicness of the game, that's actually one thing that that really made an impact with me as well, is that you're constantly losing V-Naughts. They're constantly dying all over the place because it's a really harsh environment. Like, this is not an easy place to live. And that's made very clear in that, like, shields, like each round, unless you have something extra to protect you there, you're losing a VNOT automatically at the start of each round. And then when you go mining, they're not coming back. It's a one-way trip. And then each cargo thing that you pull up, it's going to cost you more VNOTs each and every time. So it is a harsh reality that these people live in. Well, and that leads me to another thing that's really fun about this game is simultaneous play. A game that has simultaneous play is always really awesome because it cuts down on your downtime between turns, which is nice. So other than picking up the cloud drops, everybody's doing the rounds at the same time, and that's part of what makes it a really quick game. And you can play this with 2 players easy within a half an hour. It's simple to play. It's simple to teach as well. So you can teach somebody how to play this in probably like 10 minutes or so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's very straightforward. So it's an easy point of entry as well. I think because of that, it could be a really great gateway game that has a nice theme if you enjoy a space colonization type theme.
So it's a great family friendly or even a gateway game.
Yeah, we personally would place it as a light to medium weight game, and weight is very subjective, but this is our feeling about where it kind of sits, which means that it's really accessible to everybody. So with it playing quick, easy to learn, easy to play. Now, it's good to know too that there's limited player interaction in this game. So largely you're doing your own thing. The majority of the interaction is in choosing the cloud drops, which is done in turn order. But largely from there, it's just at the end of the game, counting up and seeing who accrued the most scores, and that's it. Now, personally, I love that. I love a game. That's the thing that I love about Euros is it's not a lot of take that. It's not a whole lot of interaction, but you're still there playing together. I guess for me it adds to the thematicness of the game as well, because we are each in our own little isolated cities doing our things and interacting to try to get the best cloud drop we can each time. So yeah.
And the fickle hand of fate is represented, of course, in the event cards that you're pulling out, or the order that the drops are coming in, and the roll of the dice for your mining. How many minerals are you getting out of that?
Yeah, and it can be really exciting watching those events come up and seeing how it plays out, and you have to plan for that as well. Yep. So and especially if you've had some events that are lack of population growth and then you lose some, you have to sometimes be very careful about where you put your VNOTs and put some planning to that. But yeah, it's like seeing like what events are going to arise, and if there's going to be, every once in a while you'll have a round where there's no events and everything gets to roll normally. So it again to me adds to the thematicness too. Things aren't going to run smoothly. You don't know what's going to happen, and suddenly there goes more VNOTs, just like toss them over your shoulder, they're out of there.
Or you lose the entire drop. You skip that entire phase, nobody gets nothing. Yeah. Or you get no population growth. So the fact that you were hoping to put a VNOT into your mining, well, you're not doing that this round. So a lot of variability and exciting possibilities of things to cause you panic. yeah. So this is a game we have had fun with. So if you are interested in checking it out, it is coming out to Kickstarter at the beginning of May. Kickstarter is something totally different.
My mind's already thinking, like, how could I edit that out? In any case, folks, thank you so much for watching, and if you've stuck around this far, we really, really appreciate you.
And if you've stuck around this far, you might as well hit the subscribe button and come back for more fun later.
Thanks so much. And in the meantime, happy gaming, folks.